Hi. So this is a manga video. It's a manga video, so I'm gonna have to lock you anime onlys out. You know, I don't want you to get spoiled. So if you guys just hold still, this will be over in just a sec. Ow. Anyway, hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a bit since I did a My Hero manga video, so I wanted to, you know, get caught up with you guys. Since the last time I read, the whole Star and Stripe thing happened, and I've just been reading it on my own. I haven't really had the chance to talk about it. So I wanted to quickly just make a video addressing the fact that that was some crazy shit. That was crazy. Because here's the thing, right? So Horikoshi's just like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to introduce a new character, right? I'm going to introduce a whole new character in the middle of all this. And I'm thinking like, okay, but why though? Because at this point, I'm at the end of it, right? Where I'm just like, I feel like we're at the end of the rope. So I don't want new characters at this point, right? I'm like, just focus on the characters we have so that we can then watch them whoop ass or probably die, because Shigaraki's pretty friggin' strong. But so my point is that I'm like a new character, what? Only for that character to be awesome. Only for Horikoshi to introduce one of the most top-tier waifus I have ever seen, and then kill her! What an asshole! I'm kidding, Horikoshi, I love you, don't be mad. Mwah. So yeah, Star and Stripe was probably one of the coolest additions to the story. It also, I guess, like, sort of canonizes the one movie, kind of? Not really. Because, like, we already knew that, like, he went abroad. Like, that's not a surprise. You know, like, there's a really cool video, I believe it's by Oceaniz, I believe? I can't remember who made it, but there's a video on whether or not the My Hero movies are canon and how they don't really line up timeline-wise, and how even, like, the My Hero timeline doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So, there's that, but, like, I don't think it necessarily canonizes the movies, but, like, it does sort of, like, say, like, the movies could have happened, right? Like, this could have taken place during the movies. I haven't seen the movies, so I don't particularly care. But it's a thing. The biggest thing for me was the fact that New Order was probably the most insane quirk we have likely ever seen. I know that, you know, like, One for All and All for One, they can, like, stockpile quirks, and that's pretty crazy, right? But New Order is like a JoJo stand. You know what I mean? Like, New Order felt like... The reason I say that is because with JoJo's... Like, with JoJo stands, the stands usually have very specific abilities. You know what I mean? Like, they're very, very specific. Very strange, very weird, and very specific. And New Order feels so specific, right? Like, it's, like, such a specific quirk. And so to me... I just couldn't help but be like, that feels weird. That feels like, not in a bad way either. It just feels like the whole quirks are getting more complicated, you know, the further into the story we get. I'm cracking my knuckles because I'm just thinking about how dope that fight was, forgive me. Because yeah, Horikoshi is just cracked at this point. The man's art is just like mind-boggling. Look at this panel. Just look at it. Look at it. This is like, look at it, look! That belongs on a poster. That needs to be colorized and put on a poster. And at this point too, right? At this point too, this fight, I can't wait to see this animated. And hopefully it's animated, you know, well. Because don't forget, the whole reason why I'm reading the manga in the first place is because season 5 of the show was god-awful. So hopefully it's, like, actually adapted well. But yeah, that was... Holy hell. Star and Stripe versus Shigaraki might be the most wild thing I have ever seen. And I'm just shocked because she was so cool. Like, the idea of Star and Stripe was so sick that she was this, like, All Might prodigy or All Might, like, trainee that we just, like, had never met. And then she dies. And, I remember, like, the issue that she died, I was reading it with my partner. Like so Stella was off doing something. I can't remember what Stella was up to, but I was reading it. And I was, like, hurt and sad and trying not to get choked up, because, like, we only just met Star and Stripe, but I was like, not best tier waifu! Right? Just like, what the hell? And the way the fight itself, we saw God! You know what I mean? When she's just like, bring the hammer down! Like, just... Oh my god, it was so cool. And Shigaraki going like full Skeletor, you know, like leaping out and then grabbing. The second he reached out and grabbed her, I'm like, there's gotta be something that stops it, right? But no, she disintegrates. And what's so sad is one of the pilots is like saying to himself, like, you were the greatest hero. And he recalls saying, like, that Star and Stripe was saying, like, if something happens to you, I will make sure that your bodies are brought home and that you will be honored for your service, right? What body you bringing home, dude? Like, the pieces of her that are remaining, the like, viscera that is left over is in the ocean, dog. Like, more crowd came down her bubble, dog. Like, it's over, right? Like, there's, like, nothing of her left. And what's so mind-blowing to me is that at this point, all the other countries are like, ooh, frick that. Nope, we're good. We're good. You're on your own, Japan. And you know what? Japan might be on their own, but you know who they got? They got my squad. They got Class 1A. They got the top tier heroes. And they got my boy, Deku, back in his UA uniform. When I tell you, seeing my boy in his uniform got me choked up. I was a little choked up. I was a little choked up because if you don't know, we read all of that. Like, we caught up together. So you were with me during the whole, like, Deku Batman arc. So you know how much I wanted him to reunite with Class 1A, like most of you guys did. So seeing my boy back home, wearing the uniform, that's good! That's good! I feel like I'm losing my mind just a little bit. But I had to talk about this whole arc, like the whole, this might have been, like, the wildest arc in terms, like, the wildest fight in all of My Hero. And we've seen some crazy shit. And, like, I don't know, like, I don't know where it sits right now. Because for me, it just happened. Like, so by the time you're seeing this, maybe it's like the next week, or it's like months or even a year from now. For me, this shit just happened. I just read the issue, immediately started recording because I had to talk about it. So for me, it just happened, and it might be the craziest fight in all of My Hero. Horikoshi is just like, that man was just like, okay, if it's ending, like, if I'm ending this, I'm making every panel count. You know what I mean? Like, his art has been, like, just, bah. I don't know what that was, but it was meant to be perfect. I got nothing, man. Horikoshi's absolutely insane. And this whole arc, I don't know if it's an arc, it's a fight, I guess, was incredible. And that's it. So that's the video. Okay, bye! And that's going to do it for another video for this week, everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AniTube know that you are here. And before we go, as always, I have to give a big thank you to my wonderful masters who help keep this channel afloat. And of course, I have to give a special thank you to the Masters of Masters, and they are Izevi, Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It means the world to me, and if you too would like to see your name scrolling past the screen, or maybe have your voice shouted out at the end of these videos, be sure to check out that link in the description to our Patreon page, or you can hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out tremendously, and I thank you a lot for it. And yeah, that's it for me. So, until next time, make sure you clean your room. It's filthy. Seriously, a clean room is a clean mind. Just think about it, okay? Anyway, bye.